Hi everybody, I'm here with John. So how to pronounce your surname? Because I had a teacher in school, we never knew how to pronounce her name.
Kerins.
Grant. And you are going for active citizen? No, active. Oh my god, I feel so bad.
No, active citizenship senator, yeah.
Yeah, perfect. I knew it. So, John, tell me a bit about yourself.
Well, I am John, but everyone does call me Johnny. I am from Cavan. I'm a first year studying law and politics. And yeah, that's about I am an Aries. Just to let everyone know if anyone's interested in that. I'm a moon in Gemini.
Lovely. How would you describe yourself in 3 words?
Spontaneous. Funny when you get to know me. I am funny when you get to know me. I'm grumpy. Everyone does call me grumpy though. I am very grumpy. Yeah.
Brilliant. So what do you think the role entails?
Well, I think like any role like this, it entails lobbying, number one. Like you have to lobby like the university, you have to lobby other senators and stuff like that. Engagement's another big issue for me, especially with being active. If I am elected active citizenship senator, it would be one of my big issues to try and get people more engaged and listen to them. But ultimately, any elected role is about listening to the people that elect you, listening to the students, engaging with them and being there just to hear their concerns and listening, making sure that they know that they are valued and that they are respected and that their opinions and their issues and their worries are all as important as everyone else's. And that's a really big issue for me as well. And that's what I think this role brings about, especially that you make time to listen to people, you make time to listen to their concerns and everything like that.
A really good points there. So, what do you think you can bring to the role?
Well, I'm a first year, so that means I am coming with a fresh perspective, and I think that's really important. Like, I think you have to realize when it's time for new people to come in, when you realize the system's no longer working. So I think my fresh perspective is going to be good. I also bring some experience as well. I've sat on local and national committees and stuff like that. I've been on my youth council, Curling at Oak for Cavan. I've sat on my local mental health committee and stuff like that. So I think I can bring that experience along with this fresh perspective and being a first year, seeing the new ideas, seeing the issues from a different angle and stuff like that, which I think is really important as well.
Excellent. So how have you been involved within the university and the Students' Union so far? I know it's been hard, especially being a first year, but have you got to get involved this year?
Well, yeah, I sit on 2 society committees. I sit on the politics and sociology committee as the ordinary committee member there. I sit on the stand committee as well. I'm the events coordinator on that. And I also was involved in the LEAD initiative. I was the assistant secretary on that committee as well before it dismantled itself. Not dismantled, not dismantled, that's the wrong word, before it paused its activity, one would say. Sorry, I forgot what word we used, but we stopped doing LEAD.
Excellent. So you've had a good bit of experience kind of within the Students' Union, getting to know people as well, especially, like I say, it's been so hard for yourself only being a first year and then not getting to have maybe the experience that like the other candidates may have, or like previous students, because of the pandemic, of course. Those are some really good areas you've been involved in. So tell me a bit about your campaign.
Well, obviously my campaign's been online this year. You get me, a bit of a disappointment. I always describe myself as a person that is best to introduce in person because I don't make the best impression online. But it has been online, so I've been doing Q&As. I've been getting out my manifesto, I'm releasing a little bit of information about myself later on as well. Engaging, leaving my DMs open as well. That's if I get elected, that's not going to change. I think my DMs will be open on my campaign accounts for people to engage with me, listening to students, taking on their advice, what they want to see me doing if I get elected and stuff like that. Sorry, it's got my email.
I think we all did. I think I heard my phone beeping.
Yeah.
How do you plan on securing the votes of the students?
Sorry, you broke up there. What was the question?
How do you plan on securing the votes of the students?
Well, I think it's just still following the principles of my campaign: engagement, listening, being there for them, especially letting them express their concerns in a safe and free environment of judgment. Also, getting out my points, getting out that I want to see reform, I want to see diversity in the union, I want to see a better union, the union that we all know it can be. So I think that's my main promise, that I'm going to work. I'm like, and definitely I've never said in any of my campaigns or anything like that I'm going to fix all the issues. I'm going to try my best, and I am going to be the voice to get the issues done that the students want done, like the small, minute issues that they have been complaining for so long. Try and work on them and trying to get the small issues fixed before we go on to the big, massive issues.
Excellent, really good points there. So what plans or ideas do you have if you are successful in succeeding in the role of active citizen senator? Jesus.
Don't worry, I can't do it at all. I always miss that out. It's so embarrassing. Like, I think my big one, I released a part of my manifesto last night, and it was referendum reform. So that's one of my big ones. I'm going to lobby, and I will try my best to see a review of Schedule 24 of the Constitution and Article 7 of the MSU Constitution as well. That's all to do with the referendums and stuff. I don't think the system that's in place for referendums it's no longer fit. It's no longer doing the job that it has to do. I also want to see diversity in the union. There's not enough diversity. I'm of the opinion that when you look at any body or anything like that, it should be a representation of the society we live in. And like, sadly, that's not to say the union I see in, and that's through no fault of anyone else. That's just through the lack of engagement in the union as a whole. So I'd love to see more diversity in our union. Partnership, I want to work alongside other senators and the executive, but also with the academic reps and with the clubs and societies, and bring everybody involved in the union to try and help make it a better place. Because I'm only one person. I don't have the answers to all the ideas. I really do believe in partnership and getting everyone involved and trying to get as much ideas as possible as well to bring forward to make the union better.
Excellent. So how in the role would you campaign for the students?
Sorry, my internet.
No problem.
It's really bad. Sorry.
How are you planning to campaign for the students in the role?
Oh, well, obviously, if I get elected as a senator, I'll have speaking time in the Senate. So I'll speak there on the Senate. I'm going to be active on my social medias and as a senator as well. If I get elected, I'm going to be doing Q&As on that. I'm going to be lobbying. I'm going to be highlighting issues that students need to get involved in, that they need to be aware of. Then I'm going to have no issue. I have no issue being the one that makes the situation awkward. I have no issue being the bad guy. So I have no trouble calling the university out when I feel like they're not doing their job. I have no issue of being the one to be like, hey, look, this is a complete enough disgrace. Like, just like with the closing of if I was a senator on the university at the time that the university closed the library again, I would have had no problem to be like, look, we're paying $3,500 for what?
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing, like, so I'd have no problem to be like, either provide us a better service or like, stop making us pay so much, like, because it's ridiculous. We have, like, I understand COVID is an issue and stuff like that, but like at the same day, at the point of time, we're still paying for a service and we're not getting half the services that we're entitled to. So I'd have no problem with an issue like that being like, hey, look.
Brilliant. Yeah, no, I feel like we need people out there who are ready to fight, who are ready to basically fight for students' rights. It's a brilliant point to have there. And finally, what does this position mean to you?
It means being an advocate. It means being someone there to listen. It means being that voice for people who don't feel like they have a voice. It means bringing about engagement, bringing about change, and making the union as better as I possibly can, even if it's just in a small way, even if it's just for one student. If I can help bring change for one student, I would have seen that I've done my job right.
Brilliant. So now we're on to my favourite part of the interviews, the quickfire questions. Just something that everyone gets to know you. Go ahead, Grant. So firstly, a very controversial question that I've noticed throughout my interviews. What do you put on your pancakes?
I'm quite bland and plain. I only put butter and sugar and a bit of lemon on my pancakes.
This was the first year I actually put butter on my pancakes, and it's a game changer.
I love butter. I love, but butter is just so nice on anything. Like I would just put butter on anything. It's so good. Like
It's the best, honestly. Breakfast or
oh, it
dinner?
is honestly. Dinner,
Dinner. What would be your
100%
favorite
dinner.
dinner?
I'm steak. I love steak. I have to confess, I love a big steak dinner. Like give me a steak dinner any day of the week. Like
Oh no, I love it. Do you believe in ghosts?
absolutely, 100%. I don't
You had any
care what
like
anyone says. Ghosts are real.
have you had any like
Like I
weird
just like
experiences?
they have to be real. Um, the lights. I've no every now and again, like I know it's not a ghost, but I'm like maybe it is, but like no, nothing like major that you'd be scared of. Like no, but like I believe they're there. Like they have to
Yeah,
be there. Like something has to be
you
there.
know, I'm the same. Any favorite songs or artists?
Well, I love Lana Del Rey. I love like Lady Gaga. Love Taylor Swift. Love Pink. I think my favorite song at the moment is it's not by a big artist, but I've only heard her song. It's called Real Be Fine. It's by Lizzo, I think. It's a sad song, but I like it.
Brilliant.
I
Um,
I'll be honest, most of my music is just really depressing.
on like the same note of like music, what was the first concert that you went to?
I went to Macklemore with my best mate, and I think it was like 12 or 14 at the time. And actually, when we went to that, my mom was supposed to bring me, but my little sister's appendix had burst, so I was panicking that I wasn't going to be able to go to it. But I did get to go. I did get to
Oh,
go down.
brilliant. You know, I went to see Macklemore, I think it was 3 years ago, 4 years ago now, Jesus. And honestly, oh my God,
Yeah, no,
amazing.
it's so good. Like,
He's just,
oh my God, life changing. Like, I just fell in love with music then. Oh my God.
yeah. Um, do you have a quote or saying that you live by?
Um, and my granddad used to say a quote. It was, I think it was something on the lines of, do as much good in the world for as long as you can, or I heard someone say that. And I always try and do live by that the best I can. Like, I'm not saying like Mother Teresa or anything like that, but I always try to make sure I do as much good as I can for as long as I can, do a little bit of good each day.
I really like that actually. And finally, what's the funniest prank that has been played on you or that you have played on someone else?
Oh, oh, I should be able to think of them, but I can't. Um, I was the devil for prank calls. I used to love to prank call people. All like I was the devil like for prank calls. But and I ran 11850 with my cousin and my two sisters, and we
Yeah,
did it for the whole proceedings of the night. And I wasn't aware that 11850 cost money. So it started off as us just ringing 11850
oh
to
my God.
get us put through to McDonald's. I
Yeah.
tell that we were locked into toilets. And we did this to a good few McDonald's. And then my mom got a phone call from the bill, and it turns out that we had ran up a bill of over €500. And I was absolutely shocked. I was like only 10 at the time. And I was like, yeah, no, it was absolutely like we did it like all night. Like I got in so much trouble.
€500. I thought you were going to come out and say maybe like €30 or something.
No, like we rang it one day, we rang it one night, like, all right, no, so many times. And then we did it again the next day, and then it kind of happened, it kind of became a joke, and we didn't realize it cost money. So, like, no, we got in big trouble. And I got the blame for it all, even though my big cousins were in the room beside me.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Imagine.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It was so lovely to talk to you.
Thank you for having me. Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Best of luck
Thank
in the
you.
rest of your time. Before I go, I'm just going to say it again, like I said in every interview, please, please, please remember to vote. Remember to register. That seems like the most important thing. I only learned the other day that 20% of the students voted in the last election. Like, where's the other 80%?
Yeah.
Like, who wasn't voting? That's what I want to know.
It's not good enough. It's not good enough.
So, is there anything else you would like to say before we go?
No, if anybody, if you just want to keep up with my campaign, go over to my Instagram page. John for AC Senator.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye bye.